Hi, I'm Jeff Gordon, professional NASCAR driver. I'm here to teach you driving techniques that are very special to NASCAR racing. NASCAR is a race series with a lot of history, having started back in 1947. Though they're still called stock cars, today's NASCAR race cars are built on steel tube frames. NASCAR regulations require the car to be 3,400 pounds, which is kind of heavy for a competition racing car, but because of this, driving techniques for NASCAR require that much more precision, care, and finesse. The engine is a 358 cubic inch carbureted overhead valve V8. Now just hearing this, it might sound like old technology to you. But that's really not the case. Even though these NASCAR engines are OHV, they rev up to 10,000 RPM. Any engine expert would know that this requires the same level of technology as an F1 racing, which has double overhead cam engines revving up to 20,000 RPM. The transmission is a 4-speed. That's why you have to select the gear ratios to match each track. This setup of gear ratios is very important. In NASCAR, there's less difference in the performance of each race car, as compared to other categories of racing. That's why just a slight difference in the settings or the difference in driver skill can lead to winning or losing. Most NASCAR races are on an oval track. Though an oval track is very simple in shape, it's that very shape that makes it require unique driving techniques. One of the first things you'll need to learn is drafting in other people's slipstreams. The closer that you get to the car in front of you, the more you reduce aerodynamic drag of your car to overtake your opponents. Drafting is a technique that is of course required in all kinds of racing, but on an oval track, it becomes crucial. Because there are no low-speed corners, you can draft at any time. But remember, the better the draft, the less the downforce. Enough with the talking, let's get you into the car. You ready to drive? I'll see you on the track.
Welcome to the Top Gear test track, the base of the hugely popular British motoring TV show, Top Gear. You probably know all about the Top Gear track already, but let's go over some of the details anyway. It's located at Dunsfold Airfield in Surrey, UK, just 1 hour from London, and it's a short figure-of-8 track with a length of 2.82 kilometres. Because it's a very wide circuit based on an old airfield, first-time drivers will initially find it difficult to figure out which way the track goes, let alone find the racing line. Don't worry though, once you're racing, you'll soon figure it out by following the other drivers. One word of warning, however. As we said, it's a figure-of-8 track, which of course means that it crosses over itself halfway through the lap. This means that there's a danger of collision with other cars as you pass through the crossover. On a normal circuit, you only need to be aware of cars in front and behind you. But on the Top Gear track, you need to look right and left too. Don't forget that when you're out there. The track layout was designed with the assistance from engineers at Lotus, the legendary British sports car maker, with a view to including all types of high and low-speed corners to seriously test both car and driver. It's been used as the base for Top Gear since 2002, and F1 stars such as Michael Schumacher, Jenson Button, Lewis Hamilton and Mark Webber have all driven here while filming for the show. This is where the Top Gear's tame racing driver, the Stig, pushes the world's greatest cars to the limit. Good luck and enjoy the race.
Ce que j'aime vraiment en rallye, moi, c'est que contrairement au circuit, c'est très varié. On roule sur différentes surfaces, on roule sur de la terre, sur de l'asphalte, sur de la neige. Les conditions d'adhérence sont changeantes. comme on ne connaît pas forcément la piste, on a besoin de beaucoup plus d'improvisation dans le pilotage et d'anticipation. Donc, en plus, il faut avoir vraiment des styles de pilotage différents suivant les terrains. Il faut s'adapter. Et c'est ce qui fait que je trouve que le rallye est vraiment très varié et on ne s'en lasse jamais.
Hi, my name is Sebastian Vettel. I'm a professional race driver here to introduce you to a really cool car that exists only in the world of Gran Turismo. The car is a bit strange and futuristic. Sort of like a cross between a Formula racer and a prototype. What's unique about the car is that it's a single-seat racer like a Formula car but with covered wheels. This gives better aerodynamics than today's open-wheel Formula cars. In open-wheel cars, aerodynamic performance is compromised by the huge air turbulence created by the tires. For example, if the car is going at 300 km per hour, the tops of the rotating tires are exposed to air that's moving at around 600 km per hour, and you can imagine the crazy amount of air resistance this creates. But because the car has wheel covers that eliminate turbulences and improve airflow, this isn't a problem. On top of this, the cockpit is covered with a smooth, clear canopy like a jet fighter plane, making the car even more aerodynamic. The car is powered by a turbocharged V6 engine. This power plant was chosen for its compact size because of the priority placed on improving aerodynamics. And depending on the size of the turbo, this engine's output can easily reach around 1500 horsepower. The design of the machine's underbody follows Bernoulli's principle, which means very high ground effect, creating a large amount of downforce. This makes the car take corners at extremely high speeds. Thanks to great aerodynamics and horsepower, it can easily reach around 400 km per hour on a straightaway. Quite simply, this is a crazy racing car that's literally out of this world. So let's get going with our first lesson.